by Carter and myself. This is
Yeah.
Yi Shou, who is I feel like I've seen this avatar elsewhere. The OG ring with the ashram. I feel like I've seen this out somewhere.
Yeah, I don't
SCL.
recognize the player.
No, but I feel like that avatar is very distinctive. So let's have a look at these boxes. What have we got? We've got left-hand side's interesting. Left-hand side is Rush without Akaya. Instead, he has Luna, and he's got Werner. Both units who have some function, Luna being more defensive and Werner being able to pick off some squishies here and there. He's also rocking Altamula, who is not a usual pick. He's got who's he got? He's got Rosenseal and Bernhardt as external buffers for Altamula. No Liko, but Altamula can of course bring his own faction buff to do some stuff. And yeah, that's Yishoshu or Poem. And what do you make of the right-hand side?
I find it interesting that SCL is also running Altamiller, and we see a Werner as well. SCL does like to run Werner a lot. I think Werner is not just a rush unit, but I think he's also pretty damn good in tank push. SCL generally doesn't lean towards any particular style. He is very adaptive, right? He's usually
He's very balanced. He's only got Himiko and Lucretia in terms of pure debuffers. Helena, of course, can debuff, but I don't think that's quite the same category. I ran a similar box myself where the only units that I that cared about Rosenseal was the only unit was Himiko, basically. So I think I see where that's going.
Yeah, Himiko's not bad against Rosenseal by any means.
No. And a lot of the other units who can be affected by Rosenseal, such as Lucretia and Bernhardt, have alternative modes. So I think that's a very valid strategy. And while it looks a little strange to only have one debuffer, Himiko is a real pain and can be a really hard carry in some situations.
The pushback.
I'm interested. Yes, absolutely. A stupid line AoE. I am interested to see if either side happens to be a master Altamula user, but we can wait and see.
Yeah. Also, Holy Kyura.
Yes, Holy Kyura. So we've got a Meteor build here. SCL, I believe, is known to spend a little bit. So I'm assuming he's probably got 6-star at this point. I think there are people running 5-star Holy Meteor Kyuras. Probably some Breeze ones around as well.
Yeah, the entire build with Holy Kyura is that you need that 10% crit to actually reach 100% crit rate on her. You do still also need 6-star, unless you have a 15% crit accessory. You still need you still need 12% crit to reach
and yes, and you need Meteor as well to get to a really acceptable level. And I think in some boxes you need to run True Cross for her to broaden her assassination range.
Yes, you generally run True Cross. It gives you kills on people like Bozel because it works with your faceless.
Yes, it does. So Hilda ban from Ishoshu, which is fine, picking Lucretia. I anticipate either Lucretia or Cherry coming out from SCL as well. No, Helena. So he's banned all the tanks except Bernhardt, and making Helena a very viable first pick.
I felt that Bernhardt would have been a really nice pick there, but Helena does make sense because they're both really good against. They're both going to play tankless, although SCL could pick up Bernhardt.
I love picking Lucretia into Bernhardt. It feels like I'm playing a different game to my opponent when that happens. It's just such an obscene sequence.
Yeah, this Helena could have been shut down a lot by this Bernhardt. Both in terms of the damage she deals, and Bernhardt can bring Iron Fist to flex. All he needs to do, even with werewolves, he can honestly tank Helena's. But you can bring Stone Colossus, or I think Lava Titans are a bit better. And
the other thing I like about the Bernhardt pick there is it actually opens up Altamula as another good option, and Werner becomes slightly more legitimate of a threat.
Yeah, and it buffs Lucretia too. It would have been a really nice pick, I think.
Yes.
And then
SCL may pick Burn though. Burn can eat a Helena attack if he brings, for example, Lava Titans. Yeah, it's a good pick. Lucretia's still up. I think Poem or Ishoshu is probably going to get Lucretia out of the way here, and then with that, get rid of either Lolly Jess or maybe Kaiura. We'll see.
Instead of banning Werner, I felt that he could have chose to ban one of the mages, and then on this again going down that Bernhardt line, you ban one of the mages, and then you ban both Kira and Lucretia here, and then there's not really anything great on SCL side that could have gotten through this Bernhardt. So seemed like a bit.
Yeah, Lolly banning Werner is banning mobility, and Lolly Jess is also kind of mobility. So
Yeah.
that might have been a.
But yeah.
Anyway, we'll see who he bans. All right, Lucretia Ares, fair enough.
Doesn't want the burn.
Ooh. Himiko.
SCL
That's a good
knows.
pick.
SCL knows that the mages won't be as effective here. That's kind of what Poem's going for, but still, they're still pretty scary.
Can Himiko steal Wind God Spiral?
She can.
See, here's a good oldies pick, I think. Making Helena wait a bit longer and making Luna basically useless, except as a bit of a and we've left Sherry behind, who is also affected strongly by Odious.
Yeah.
Who is Ishosha going to leave up? He's going to leave up Kaiura. I don't. Oh, of course, he has Luna, so he's not too scared of these two. But I think that if that's a 6-star Kaiura with Faceless, I think that can still probably assassinate, say, a 5-star Lucretia, or even Luna herself.
She has to bring Dark Elf snipers here, I think, because she wants to try and kill this Helena, and she wants to maybe try and hit Luna at some point. I don't think Dark Elf snipers are enough. And I mean, honestly, Dark Elf snipers are probably going to kill Lucretia too, let's be real.
It's true. And I think that Lolly Jess is not a bad pickup here if he just wants to teleport Himiko in, but Rosenseal has made that much less impactful. I think that Himiko is still going to do good, because she's just going to do a bunch of damage and steal buffs, but yeah, a bit less impactful now.
Oh yeah, let's just see what they do.
Kaiura does have a buff though. Kaiura does get a buff from
Odious.
Odious.
Yeah, cherry pick makes sense. It's gonna be limited by this Odious. I mean, almost all of Poem's box is limited by this Odious, and I don't really know what SL is gonna pick here, but I feel I think Kira's more likely.
Yeah.
Okay, but he goes with T-Jess.
Yeah, so the teleportation's good. Luna buffs
Cherry.
pretty much all of Poem's box. He buffs Lucretia, he buffs Rosenseal, and she buffs Cherry.
Okay, so my problem with Poem's comp is almost entirely this Bernhardt. Helena and Luna aren't really going to be able to do anything. Sherry, I mean, she can stun him.
Helena can fight burn. I think that she definitely can. It's just that Bernhardt is, as we've discussed, an insane late game closer.
Yeah, I just feel like it's gonna take a while for Poem to get through SCL's comp, and as soon as Bernhardt reaches, there are several of these units that are easily going to die. There's no tank on Poem's side, so Helena's just going to be able to run in and more or less have her pick. She could even
Cherry is a real problem. I think Cherry can be a real problem for them.
Yeah, I do kind of agree.
But you're right. You've identified that Helena is just going to run rampant.
Yeah, I mean, Helena runs in, kills the Luna, and then T-Jess has her pick. Well, I guess, does she? I mean, Helena and Sherry should be able to tank.
T-Jess probably doesn't kill Helena on terrain. Sherry should be able to tank. Yeah, I don't know. I still think Helena's going to be the problem.
Yeah. So let's see.
Helena can kill Helena.
True.
Royal Cav Helena. Wait, why is Helena Royal Cav? Does he just love the text?
I think he just doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, do Royal Cabs do more damage than Angels? I know they have the same
Probably.
base. I know they have the same base attack. But Angels have 20% attack, is it?
I think Royal Caps have like the broken text, which is, I guess, a thing. It's not like
Yeah.
they're better against like any of the physical attackers. Oh,
Uh,
but I mean, if she just wanted to damage, she could have gone Burmese. Yeah, Iron Fist burn. That makes a lot of sense.
Shadow Raid Himiko.
So we do have Dark Elf snipers, just not on the unit you were talking about.
Yeah, true. It's also an option for TJ.
That is cool. All right, let's see how this plays out.
Yeah, I'm just thinking there's just no way to deal with Helena on SCL side. Yeah, and can T just? I don't think she kills Luna, but I guess she can definitely kill this Sherry or this Helena.
Yeah, right now, SCL is just staying back, waiting for Wind God Realm to be expended, and then Helena takes control.
Yeah.
It's not a Teddy Luna, is it? We can't figure that out in any way.
We can.
All right, what is
It's one turn on this, so it's not Teddy.
Hmm. Okay.
If it was Teddy, it'd be two.
Yep.
Okay,
That
so
doesn't reach anywhere, does it? That doesn't
yeah,
reach. It does. Yeah, never mind. I'm dumb.
yeah.
Okay.
Burn chose to buff first, and this does
Yep.
kill Odious.
Yep. But Sage dying is no big deal, I don't think.
Yeah.
Once Helena dies, there's nothing that can do that much to Helena. So teleport, kill Helena. Weakened, surely dead, right? Yep, so dead.
Yeah, the troops attack first there, so TJS is just hitting into Helena, and that's an easy kill for her.
Yep.
It's
And
T-Star TJS with Dark Elves, as Spike mentions.
hmm,
I mean,
that is
it made sense.
um, I mean, he's not planning on bringing Dark Elf snipers most of the time, so that's fine, I think.
Sherry doesn't have glory, so she's dead, as that's the point there.
Hmm. Here we go.
Is the condition on this too? Like, to reset it?
It's 3. You need to hit 3 for that he stole Queen's Ascension. Oh,
Yeah, that's a
yes.
really... It's gonna be gone for a really long time.
It's okay. He brought Shadow Raid.
This is a really bulky Luna, actually.
Yeah, I think if you use Luna now, you've got to enchant him really good.
Yeah.
It's probably 2+2 is my guess. Can you see a True of Life buff anywhere?
It's not true to life. I'm just
Probably
like
2+2.
14,500 HP is a lot.
Yep.
Okay.
So what do we do here? So Cherry pops the pops the Himiko. Can she reach anyone? No. Just pop into Himiko.
She couldn't reach anybody.
Yep. So swapping in Lucretia. I have a feeling Lucretia is about to die. Does this kill? It does
Yeah.
kill.
I mean, Angels would have lived that, but that's why he went for it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This actually has ended up a lot better for Poem than I thought it would be.
Yeah, he's doing alright.
Just it's a testament to how bullshit Lucretia's range is.
Hang on, what was that immunity on Lucretia? Does Lucretia have some way of you thought you survived? Why is Lucretia fixed immune?
She has Med Ring. How did
That's a
that?
Medring Lucretia. I
Yeah,
thought so. Because she didn't take damage from Himiko running past her.
yeah. I missed that. So yeah,
It's like a semi-bulky. Is that 5-star?
that is
Maybe
5-star.
4-star for all we know. It is
It's
5-star. So 5-star with Medring. Yeah. Unfortunately, Burn is so stupid that he kills through Medring anyway.
I think the problem is that I don't know. It might not make a difference, but these Sorks look low. I think they should have more than 8600. But
Maybe.
yeah, it still probably ends up killing her. even maybe if it was Holy, because Holy gets 10% damage, Holy could have lived that.
Hmm,
And also it
possibly.
maybe some werewolf ticks hit Lucretia. So yeah.
All right. So Burn kills Lucretia. Does that mean Cherry can hit Burn?
Yeah, but Sherry doesn't have act again. So she definitely won't kill.
Hmm.
Sherry needs to strike twice to kill a burn generally.
Yeah. Plus Burn's aura is just nonsense. So
You
Burn is
just
stuck. Cherry just Okay, so it's a unique Cherry, which is fine.
yeah, I guess that's why she's not running Glory of the World, right?
No, no, that's true. Was that a Shadow Raid from? That wasn't Shadow Raid from Himiko,
That was
right?
just a basic.
Yeah. Ooh, and Luna putting in work.
Yeah, if Luna's not there, that Sherry is certainly dead.
But turn priority is not on Yishoshu's side. So yep, that's Cherry gone, and now there's just nothing.
Luna might kill T-Jess, or no, she goes for the burn.
Yes, it does. But TGS is probably enough. Himiko, yeah. So Himiko has probably got her passive back, right? She can when she gets attacked, she can now teleport away.
I mean, the problem is that just Rosin didn't heal enough. Maybe if Rosin brought 3C.
Or bishops, just bishops, I think. No, even bishops wouldn't have gone back to full. I think 3C is what you needed there. You're right.
Maybe bishops would have been. I don't think so.
And no, Himiko just attacks and game's over, right?
Yeah, no, TJS just finishes her off.
Or TGS can do it.
Yeah,
It's fine.
the Dark Elf snipers do most of the work there.
It's a big oof. All
Yeah,
right, SEL takes the win.
Canva mentions
We'll move on to
T-Stars.
game two.
T-Stars also helping a lot there on on Poem side.
Yes. Right, so we swapped in Illustrial on Hidden Gorge, removing that one unit that cares about Rosenseal. So now, well, Illustrial also kind of cares about Rosenseal, and Lucretia still does. So
Well, yeah.
it's not a complete free roll, but yeah. So Luna's been removed. I don't understand that. I feel like Luna is a unit that does a lot of work against SCL if you're planning to leave his magic casters up so long.
Yeah, and the other thing is Luna was providing a lot of mobility there, and even a lot of buff work. But I guess Poem's thinking, with the comp that he had last, he still couldn't manage to break through. So he wants to try a more different strategy, try to punish this Bernhardt, or maybe ban out Bernhardt earlier and use Elwyn or something.
Luna's buff sucks, but it is a buff. I think that if you put Luna in your box, then your box is geared a certain way. That being said, his box still looks very much like a standard hybrid box. He can definitely make do, and Elwyn does meaningfully buff a few of these units. Helena, TGS, Cherry. Yeah.
Yeah, he just has to modify his strategy a bit.
Mm-hmm.
First ban Illustrial? I don't think you need to do that on this map, honestly.
Yeah. So she does get a bit of mobility up, but she does have Irma ignore guard if she wants it.
SCL wants to play tank push.
Looks like it. He doesn't have any healers.
SCL, yeah, they got banned. He'd have to rely on off healing, which he first picks Hilda and then is just totally willing to not go any healing.
I mean, Hilda is a buff for TGS and Lucretia and Werner.
And Poem's just going first pick Lucretia again. I support that totally in this meta.
Yeah, it's very strong. I have a bad feeling that Helena's just gonna run over Ishoshu once more.
Okay, this time he picks up the burn.
But will he bring Iron Fist? I know a lot of people just won't, and they'll bring parry for parry and no rupture, which kind of defeats the purpose, in my opinion.
It can definitely work, but I generally think you want, because I guess the key point is that so many games right now happening on late turn 1 or near the beginning of turn 2. So if you're going to bring burn for a guard, you have to position everybody in plus formation anyway. So parry is serving the same general function there. And the other thing that it's good for is that if burn is an off tank, right?
Hmm. I agree with that. I think there are situations where you can bring Iron Fists if you have, for example, Odious or Licorice.
Yeah.
But I agree. I agree with your sentiment. Werner looking kind of lost here for Ishoshi, but he's live for SCL. Really? You think Werner can Werner kill Kaira?
She can bring Amazons. So no.
Hmm.
That's Whooper, Arnold. But yeah, if Kira brings Amazons, then Werner can't do shit. If you have green troops, then Werner can not kill you. So if Helena brings Royal Calves, then Werner probably can't kill her. This seems like too much DR.
I feel like Werner can't kill Helena as long as she's on terrain.
Maybe.
Her terrain, I mean,
Yeah.
not specifically forest, but as long as she's got her crystals, it's just gonna be really hard. I guess Ishoshi does have Bernhardt's buff, so yeah, it could be good enough.
I'm not a Werner player. I don't know that well, but I've seen Werners with like around 1700 attack, and it's not like Mechanical Knights have bad attack either. I feel
No,
that
they're good.
I feel like if you don't have terrain for your angels, then Werner could potentially snipe the Helena.
Yeah, I've had nothing but unremarkable experiences against Werner.
Okay. I also don't play Helena, so healer band makes sense.
Yes, yeah, that's good. I think the Seal might be afraid of Werner as well, but Odious is good against, I think, literally everyone but T-Chess that Ishoshu has left. Yeah, so he secured his Kaira buff. You pick Bernhardt here.
Yeah.
You could pick Altamula here, actually. I think Altamula might have more potential to make plays than Helena does against the Hilda team. It's not just the Hilda team either, it's Hilda with Bernhardt aura, so
Yeah,
Helena's gonna have her work cut out for her.
it's definitely risky-ish for alt to be attacking into burn as a tank. I mean, it's not like alt's gonna die for it or anything, but
But
he
Dragon
doesn't.
Dance could do some stuff. I think it's maybe better than what Helena can do, because like Chivalry in place and then end turn it's a play, but I don't know if it's a very good one.
I was actually thinking from SCL's perspective.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking from
Yeah.
Ishoshi's.
Well,
He's still got. Yeah, go on.
let me explain this real quick. If you pick Burn here on SCL side, then Ultimuller doesn't have a faction buff, and Ultimuller needs a faction buff for Dragon Dance to even work, so he wouldn't be able to bring his self-heal, and then he'd be attacking into a Bernhardt who would have Werewolf self-heal. His troops would get wiped on the first hit, and then Ultimuller wouldn't be able to really do anything on the next hit, so Ultimuller would have not been a good pick here. As far as Poem side goes, Alt looks good here.
I just think Helena looks bad. But
Yeah.
Ultimula has playmaking potential because we've got an Empire buff, and that means he's free to run whatever he wants, whereas Ultimula would have been forced to bring his own faction buff, and that would mean he'd have to lose out on one of his, either his 3C or one of his SP passives, which is not a good look.
Yeah. So I do think we'll probably see Alt. It's going to take a while for Alt to be able to do anything. He needs to wait out Hilda's guard, and there's also Odious that could potentially stall the Alt. And besides that, SCL's team is... Kiera has just unparalleled mobility. She can easily get out of any sort of range. Helena can just yeet and stay really far back. And then what? You're going to pull Odious, Helena, Burn?
There is the argument that Lucretia Black Hole into Helena spreading her armor and equipment break could do something, but I don't know if that's going to be enough when you've got powerhouses like Burn and even Oldius is really strong single target because Gift of Eternal Life just pushes the balance back in your favor.
Yeah, but
Anyway,
let's
let's
see.
see if he picks Ultimilla.
Okay.
He does.
I do think that
Alright,
I
so
kind of like Helena more. It's tough though. It's definitely not an easy
I
choice.
think Kyura is just a problem.
Yeah, you're right. You'd have to SCL could just position in such a way that you're always hitting Kiera.
Kyura is just so much more of a problem than Cherry is, but of course Lucretia is Lucretia, so
Dominating Formation is actually a decent spell
very
versus
good
Sherry.
against Cherry.
Yeah, like
It's really good against Cherry, and it means your positioning can be a lot freer. You can line up much easier in the face of Cherry's pending act again.
yeah, like if you just position people vertically along Hilda, then it's going to be a lot tougher for Sherry to reach anything.
Mm-hmm. Got to be careful that you don't wipe it out too much with Helena though.
Yeah, I think Oldius wants to put Light Array right here, and then you have a really interesting situation where you're corralling Sherry into the dominating formation tiles.
Yeah, I think that Ishoshi's only recourse is to wait out some of these skills, but the problem with that is that plays right into what Kyura wants.
Yeah, and Helena can just move right here, and we'll have a lot of map painting and a really good position with no overlap. And the reason that Hilda can do this is Bernhardt. Okay. Bernhardt did not bring guard.
Okay, so yeah, it's going to be positioning, and SCL I think has strong arm on Altamula. Well, I didn't see that coming.
I did not either, but it makes sense. Using all,
I feel like
yeah,
Burn would have been the better one to hold it. I think Altamula has to be a playmaker here.
yeah.
I guess we got Lucretia because like Bernhardt as Swords Dance is arguably better as a follow up than Altamula would have been. I don't know. I'm not experienced enough with those characters.
So SCL, I think the entire he only has Kiera for healing, right? Because Oldius has to punch somebody. So
Yes.
if he can get a good sword dance lined up, Lucretia also brought Psychic Corruption, which can be a little hard to land. In some regards, I think Black Hole might be better here just for the superior follow-up. Even over Sanction, I think Black Hole is a better choice if you really want the Psychic Corruption. Because there's no debuff removal on SCL side. So once sword
Either
dance...
side has SCL's if Kyura lands her free C and teleports back, that is debuff removal. But that is the single best source of debuff removal for literally the entire game. No one else has any good debuff immunity or removal.
Today I learned she gets to assassinate and dispel 3 debuffs and
Yeah, man.
restore...
Like she's every time you think you've learned everything bullshit about Kyura, there's something else there.
And he has another heal which dispels 2. Wow.
Yeah, that's the 2C. That's you know how the 3C is
Oh,
supposed to
it's like
supersede the 2C.
it's like power
That's like the
creep holy
baby
word.
version.
Yeah, it's power creep holy word. I got it.
It's so stupid. Anyway,
Yeah.
Werner's only assassination target is probably Kyura.
Yeah,
I can't see him.
Kira did not bring Amazon, so she is not necessarily safe, but we do have Oldius to corral that a bit.
She's holy, so she could have glory.
She doesn't. She doesn't have the one.
No, she hasn't got that revive thing. Alright. Well, Odious can lay down some
Oldius should lay them down right there, I think.
wait, is Odious got faction buff?
I don't think he brought it. I will double check.
That's fine. Doesn't that mean Kyura has no faction buff then?
That is correct.
Oof. Well then. That makes sense then, because otherwise you definitely want a faction buff with Odious first.
I liked my position more.
Strong arm Ultimula.
You light array here and then covers that stuff. But I mean, I guess this is mount. I mean, Sherry's Terrain Master, so yeah, it does kind of matter. She has an in through there, or better in.
Hoplites a good tanking troop? No, right? They don't have any.
Oh, they got 20% defense.
But like, they have nothing on. I think Phalanx would have been better.
Yeah, probably.
Oh well. What can you do? Hoplites are definitely better on the offensive. Definitely better at attacking into Helena.
I think you want to move Sherry first before you mass attack, because the only reason you
Oh
brought
no.
mass attack was for Sherry. So if she's not gonna go in the next 2 turns, she really needs to be keeping that attack buff.
I agree, but I also think you need to keep the threat of Sherry up so Helena doesn't just run in and do whatever she wants. That being
Yeah,
said, she's about to run in and do whatever she wants. So um she can reach Sherry.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe if I guess with this sort of positioning, I don't know.
Does he
Helene,
want to trade Helena for Sherry? I don't know if that's needed. Because I don't think Sherry has a good target aside from Kaya. I guess 3C takes Burn out of commission.
yeah, I think Kira's too important. I think it's a pretty fair trade.
Hmm. But Werner is also someone who can kind of target down. Anyway, that's not here nor there.
Yeah, and plus, Lucretia still has her move available.
Yes.
Will we see Sherry get
Yes.
blocked?
Um.
Yeah, Helena can't
mm,
reach.
yes. Helena can't reach anymore.
Really
Right.
nice
That's good.
positioning. Really nice positioning. But that's the kind of bullshit Lucretia lets you do, by the way.
Yeah. Not only is the puppet a range extender, it also lets you retreat.
Easy to position when you get another unit for free. Can't she
It's
reach?
so stupid. No, she can't. She has to go through
Oh!
forest, and
Yeah, she can go
Cabs
through.
can't, right?
She can go through. Remember?
Oh, never mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
she can ignore. She can ignore. Ugh. Yeah. She has bypass now.
Yeah, I don't think she can. We'll find out.
Well, no, she can because she goes through the puppet tile, and that's a crystal tile. So she uses one on the plains and then two on the forest. That's why Ishoshu moved Bernhard up, so Helena can no longer reach.
Okay, let's look at this. Okay, so one,
Yeah,
two,
so
three.
she
No, she can't move there because it
no no
costs.
no because no, she makes a ring, right? She makes a ring and then the puppet tile, because she can go through the puppet tile,
Okay.
but the puppet tile is also a crystal, so she can just walk right through that. And she
Yeah.
still has 3 move from chivalry, so she uses one to the left of Lucretia and then 2 in the forest.
No.
And that hits no?
Okay. One, because this is a forest, right? One,
Yeah.
two, three. You have 2 move left, and that costs 3.
Okay, sure.
No, I think it reached. Cost
Uh,
2.
It costs 3. It definitely costs 3 for calves. I know that. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure she doesn't reach. But we'll never find out. It'll just have to be a mystery forever.
Well, he definitely moved Burn as if she could reach,
Yeah.
so it's a moot point either way.
Clock, really important on Oldius here.
Yeah, it's good that he waited before he hit someone, so clock is a possibility.
Something worth mentioning with Strong Arm Alt.
Is this
Oof.
kill? Oh my god.
Werewolves. So that's
Yeah,
that.
werewolves holy Kaira is a pretty clean kill. I do not bring werewolves against any sort of Kaira anymore. I'm
Yeah.
petrified of that.
You should definitely bring Guardian Infantry or Dark Guard against Kira, because this is a Kira
Yes.
without a buff. There's a pretty damn good chance that she's gonna miss this kill on Bernhardt, even with a crit.
This Bernhardt has more MDef than defense.
That's pretty wild, but and he is a bit lower on the HPN. If your Burn's built for it, he can definitely tank a Kira with Guardian
That is
Infantry.
definitely not full moon burn, and definitely not a very bulky one either. But holy Kaira shreds werewolves burn. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Just Kira waiting for any sort of opportunity. I mean, if Poem brought Guardian Infantry here, it could be a totally different game, but now he's just down a unit for free, and Kira proves how bullshit she is.
It's not just out a unit, it's out his only, or rather his best end game unit against Hilda.
Yeah. I mean, now
Lucretia's good, but now Lucretia's not going to have a buff. I guess mass attack is still dominating formation continues to put in work, but Cherry couldn't reach anyway.
I was about to say, but yeah.
Never mind.
She kills Helena. Maybe?
Does she? She'll stun Helena. I don't know if she'll kill.
Oh, she didn't act again anyway.
She had Bernhardt was also within range.
Oh, it's 2, yeah.
Yeah, it's 2.
Let's see if Sherry could have done anything differently there.
So what can Sherry do? Sherry
Nothing.
has no positions where she can be. Yeah, she can't have her act again cannot activate.
And GG.
Can Sherry equip Genius Stick?
She can.
Yeah, she can.
You clearly run the Unicorn Sherry with Genius Stick, right?
When I was enchanting my Meteor Genius Stick the other day, I actually got a 15% plus 12. Right?
Did you keep it?
Attack, by the way, not it.
Yeah.
Attack.
Did you keep it?
I did not keep it. No.
Okay, good. You have a little bit of sanity.
Yeah. So unfortunate for Yishoshu. He certainly had some place he could make, but SCL showed that he had good positioning advantage, and I think that Helena ended up being too much of a threat to ignore on both sides.
He probably underestimate the odious tiles, like, cause
Yeah.
what that winner job is just to kill Kayura,
Yeah.
and the play would shift into him.
There was one point during pick ban where SCL picked Odious, and Ishoshu had nothing except Tejas that wouldn't be badly affected by Odious tiles.
Yeah, really good
so-
pick ban.
Like Hoplites Ultimula versus Odious tiles is an extremely depressing story.
I definitely felt like in game 2 he had plays to make, but like Aries said, Warner's entire job there is to snipe Kira and get rid of her, and Poem needs to last as long as possible and not let SCL get any kills before then, which was good with the ult because it shut down most things. And he could have, if he brought the right troops on Bernhardt, there was definitely, and positioned Lucretia and the puppet correctly, there was definitely room to protect any other squishies that Kira could have killed. So if that sort of situation happened, then I think that Poem could have managed something with the AoE combo there between Lucretia and Bernhardt, but the wrong troop choice really killed him there.
I think Werner had the other job of making Cherry have a lot more map dominance.
Yeah.
But I also think that Kayura killing Burn was just too big a blow.
Yeah, so better luck next time to Poem, and congratulations to SCL for advancing to the round of 32.
Good beats making the top 32 the group stage regardless.
That guy actually is my guilty.
SCL or?
Now it's the
Poem.
Yishoshu, the Poem guy.
Yeah, that Chinese character name.
Say hi to your guildie.
Yeah, that he's my guilty.
He's
Okay.
the generic Ashram avatar guy. Funny.